In the late 20th century, a king was crowned in the shadows of the Andes. His empire was built on cocaine, and his reign would ignite a war that scarred a nation. Pablo Escobar's journey from a petty smuggler to a global drug lord was meteoric. He was a man of ambition, charisma, and a ruthless drive for power. He founded the Medellín Cartel, a criminal organization that monopolized the cocaine trade, flooding the streets of America and Europe with the drug. But Escobar's empire was built on terror. He waged a brutal war against the Colombian state, using bombs and assassinations to maintain control. The United States' growing pressure for extradition fueled Escobar's paranoia. He vowed to fight any attempt to send him to face American justice. His response was a campaign of terror against judges, politicians, and police officers who dared to oppose him. The nation teetered on the brink of civil war. The 1985 Palace of Justice siege, a devastating event orchestrated by the cartel, symbolized the apex of his power and the depths of his ruthlessness. Escobar's reign of terror came at an immense cost. Thousands of innocent lives were lost in the crossfire of his war against the state and rival cartels. Colombia, with the backing of the United States, launched an unprecedented manhunt for Pablo Escobar, determined to end his reign of terror. A vigilante group known as Los Peeps emerged, composed of victims of Escobar's violence, seeking their own brand of justice. The hunt was a relentless cat-and-mouse game. Escobar, a master of evasion, used his vast wealth and network to disappear and regroup. He even negotiated his own surrender, agreeing to serve time in La Catedral, a prison of his own design, complete with amenities and his own security. But his time in La Catedral was short-lived. Fearing extradition and further prosecution, Escobar orchestrated a daring escape, disappearing once more. The Colombian government, under immense pressure, intensified its efforts. Every resource was mobilized to bring Pablo Escobar to justice. Intelligence agencies and special police units worked tirelessly, tracking his movements, intercepting communications, and closing in. His empire was crumbling, his allies were turning, and his freedom was rapidly diminishing. The net was closing in on the once untouchable Kingpin. On December 2, 1993, Colombian forces finally cornered Pablo Escobar in a house in Medellín's Los Olivos neighborhood. A fierce shootout ensued. Escobar and his bodyguard made a desperate attempt to escape across the rooftops. But there was no escape. Pablo Escobar, the most wanted man in the world, was killed by Colombian National Police. His death marked the end of an era of terror. The Medellín Cartel, though severely weakened, would not disappear overnight. Escobar's legacy is a complex tapestry of violence, corruption, and the profound impact on Colombian society and the global war on drugs. While the reign of Pablo Escobar was over, the fight against organized crime and drug trafficking in Colombia and worldwide was far from finished. The seeds of his empire, though damaged, had spread. The global drug trade adapted and evolved, continuing to pose a significant threat. Pablo Escobar's story serves as a stark reminder of the corrupting nature of absolute power and the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition. Before the dust. Subscribe for more.